Hello everyone, and today we are going to discuss present perfect tense. If you haven't watched the previous videos, please go and watch the previous videos. In previous videos, we have discussed simple present tense and present continuous tense. So today we are going to discuss the present perfect tense. Okay, so here first we will see when we have to use the present perfect tense. After that, we will see the different structures, means positive structure in present perfect tense, negative structure in present perfect tense, and later we will see the interrogative structure in present perfect tense. So let's start with when to use. When to use present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Okay. So here first use is when we are talking about past without mentioning time. This action which happened in the past, action which happened in the past, in the past without mentioning time, without mentioning time. So what is the example of this use? So you watch movies, right? How you say if someone is asking that, have you watched this movie? So here that action is already completed in the past. Still we use the present perfect tense. How you answer? Yes, I have watched that movie. So here you are telling that you watched that movie and the action was in the past, but still you are using present perfect tense. So here we are not mentioning the time. If you are mentioning time, so you have to use the past tense. But when you are not using the time, when you are not mentioning the time, so at that time you have to use present perfect tense. Okay, this is the first use of present perfect tense. The action which happened in the past, but you are not mentioning time in that, so you can use present perfect tense. If you are mentioning time, so obviously you have to use the past tense. So second example, second use is when you are telling about one time duration, time action which lasted for duration, which lasted for a duration. Let's say you worked somewhere for some time. So when you are telling about that, you have to use present perfect tense. Okay, you have to use present perfect tense. So what is the example? I have worked for Capgemini for 2 years. I have worked for Capgemini for 2 years. Now here I'm telling about one time duration. What I'm telling about one time duration. So whenever you have to tell about some time duration, so you can use present perfect tense. Okay, and even you can use I have worked for Capgemini since 2016. So here you can use two prepositions, that is for and since. Okay, so you will see these prepositions we use in the present perfect tense. Okay, so third use is the action which is recently completed, action which is recently completed, action which is recently completed. What are the examples? Just now I have completed all my homework. Just now I have completed all my homework. So just now I have come to school. So these are the few examples. So where we can use present perfect tense. First, the actions which happened in the past, but we are not mentioning the time. So we can use present perfect tense. Second, the action which lasted for some time, means the action was going on for some time. For that too, we use present perfect tense. In the last, which is recently completed, the actions which are recently completed, for that also we use present perfect tense. So these are the things where we use the present perfect tense. Okay, up to this you understood. Now let's see the structure of positive structure of present perfect tense. First, we will see the positive sentences, later negative, and in the last interrogative sentences. Okay. So let's start with the positive structure. So here there are two helping verbs. So only in a simple present tense positive there is no helping verb. But here two helping verbs are there. You will see positive sentences. Positive sentences. First, subject will be there as we discussed the structure of sentence in English. Subject will be there at the first position. After that, here helping verbs are there. Two helping verbs are there: have and has, plus third form of verb plus object. So this is the structure of positive sentence. What is the structure? Subject plus have or has plus third form of verb plus object. So here first you know subject, you know third form of verb, you know the object. You just don't know about have and has. As we discussed, these are the primary helping verb and these are the forms of have. In primary helping verbs, these are the have forms. In the first video we have discussed all this. So have, has. So let's see what is the difference between have and has. So when we have to use have and when you have to use has. Have we use for plural subjects. Okay, whenever subject is plural we have to use have as helping verb in present perfect tense. Okay, so here one exception is there, that is I is singular, right? Still we use have with I. So this is the thing you have to remember. Okay, so whenever you use present perfect tense, whenever I is there as subject, so only have you have to use as helping verb. And after that has we use for singular subject, singular subjects. So except I, whatever singular subjects are there, for that we have to use has as a helping verb. So you understood structure of positive sentences. Subject plus have or has, only one you have to choose from this. After that third form of verb and in the last object. In the last object. So have, when you have to use have as helping verb in a sentence, whenever subject is plural. Whenever subject is plural, at that time only you have to use have as a helping verb. If subject is singular, you have to use has as a helping verb. What is the exception here? With I we use helping verb have, not has. Okay, this thing you have to remember. Let's see for example, means you will get better understanding. So first sentence, a girl has danced in the class. A girl has danced in the class. So see, what is the subject here? A girl. This is the subject. So subject is singular, right? A girl means there is only one girl. So that is the reason I have taken has as helping verb. I told has for singular, have for plural. Here subject is singular. That is the reason I have taken has as a helping verb. So this is the helping verb. And this thing is, what is this? Third form of verb. And in the remaining part is object. Okay, so what is the sentence? A girl has danced in the class. A girl has danced in the class. So second sentence, I have gone to Mumbai two times. I have gone to Mumbai 2 times. So here what is the subject? This is the subject. Here subject is singular. Still I used have as a helping verb. Why? So this is the exception and you have to remember this. Okay, so don't make mistake here. So majority people make the mistake here. So as I told you initially, has for singular, have for plural. So they think that I is singular, right? So for that they take has as a helping verb. But what you have to remember here, have for, this is the exception. With I we always use have as a helping verb in present perfect tense. Okay, so this is the helping verb. So here third form of verb and remaining part is object. Okay, let's take one more example. They have worked here. They have worked here for 2 years. For 1 year, not 2 year. 1 year. They have worked here 1 year. For 1 year. They have worked here for 1 year. So this is telling about one time duration, right? So this is the past action and this is recent action. So here, what is this? They have worked here for 1 year. So here, what is the subject? This is the subject and this is the plural, right? That is why, that is the reason I have taken have as helping verb. And this is the third form of verb and the remaining part is object. So how many examples we have seen? 3 examples. What is the first one? A girl has danced in the class. I have gone to Mumbai 2 times. They have worked here for 1 year. So these are the examples of present perfect tense for the positive sentences. Okay. So first thing you should know the structure, what structure it is following, right? So after that, if you understood this example, so it's good. Let's see 2 more examples. So fourth example, he has written all the answers. All the answers. He has written all the answers. So what is the subject here? This part is subject. And this is the helping verb. And this is the third form of verb. Remaining part is object. So he has. Why has? Because subject is singular. So he is singular, right? For only single person we use he. He has written all the answers in the exam, you can say, right? After that, last one, teachers. Teachers have taken strong decision. Strong decision. Who has taken strong decision? Teachers have taken. Teacher has taken. If only single teacher is there, you have to use helping verb has. But here, single teacher is not there, right? Teachers are there. So that is the reason teachers have taken strong decision. So here, this is the subject. This is the helping verb, and this is the third form of verb, and remaining part is this part is object. So what do you need to understand here in positive sentences in present perfect tense? So if you practice, then only you can get it. First thing, as I am telling you repeatedly, you have to note it down in your notebook. If you are watching all the series, please maintain one small book which will cost you hardly 10 rupees or 15 rupees. If you buy that, if you maintain all this is very important thing actually. If you are able to write 10 to 20 examples by your own, then you are the perfect, I would say. Okay, so here what you need to understand, first structure, subject plus have or has plus third form of verb plus object. Okay, so what is the example? He has written all the answers. Teachers have taken strong decision. Okay, you need to understand here what is the difference between has and have. Okay, has for singular, have for plural. There is only one exception, that is with I we use have, not has. Okay, if you understand this much, so that is enough for you. Now let's see the negative structure, negative sentence structure in present perfect tense. So here it is very easy. Okay, negative sentences. So what is mean by negative sentences? So whenever negative word is there in any sentence, that sentence is negative sentence, right? Already we discussed about that. Now here there is no trick. Okay, it is not tricky. So it is very simple. So here, what is the structure of positive structure in present perfect tense? Subject plus has or have plus third form of verb plus object, right? So likewise here, just after helping verb you need to add not. That's it. Or it will become negative sentence. Okay. So let's see here. Subject plus have or has plus not. Not for negative. Okay. Only this extra part we have added here. Plus third form of verb and in the last object. So here first subject is there, after that have or has. Either of these you have to use, only one of this. Okay. After that not plus third form of verb in the last object. So this is the negative structure for present perfect tense. Okay. So here have has the difference between have has, not, everything, now just take some example. Okay. First one is I have not completed my homework. My homework. I have not completed my homework. So this is one example. So here, if you see, so what is the subject? I is subject, have is helping verb. So we have, and not is for a negative sentence. Okay, and completed is the third form of verb, and this part is object. So what is the first sentence? I have not completed my homework. I have not completed my homework. So let's take another example. He has he has not learned properly. He has not learned properly. He has not learned properly. So what is the subject here? He. He is singular subject, right? And that is the reason I have taken has as helping verb. Okay. So not for negative sentence. And learned is the third form of verb. What is the first form of learn? That is learn. Here it is learn. Only T we have added. Okay. For third form. And this remaining part object. This is not directly object. We will discuss this thing one day after completing all the tense. I just don't want to make you confused in the object. I will take one session just to discuss what is object and what is complement. So here you just need to understand whatever part comes after the verb, that is object. Okay, just don't be get confused if someone is telling this is not object. Actually it is not, but for your understanding I'm telling you that it is the object. Okay, for now you just have to think that it is the object. Okay, that's it. I will take one more session after completing this tense, and in that session I will make you clear about this part. Okay, so now let's take another example. So this example is they have they have not visited Mumbai. They have not visited Mumbai. So here we are not mentioning the time, right? So here, what is the subject? This is the subject. This is the helping verb. Why have is the helping verb here? Because the subject is plural. Okay, they means more than one. Whenever there are more than one persons, then only we use they as subject. Okay, so they have. This is negative word. This is third form of verb. And this part is object here. So what is the sentence? They have not visited Mumbai. They have not visited Mumbai. So here what you need to understand, after helping verb we are adding not. So it is becoming negative sentence. Okay. After helping verb, it may be have or has. Whenever you are forming negative sentence, you just need to add not after the helping verb. See here, helping verb not is here. Helping verb not is here. Helping verb not is here. So after helping verb you just need to add the not. Okay, so it becomes negative sentence. Let's say two more examples. So here one is the example I will take. A student has not understood A student has not understood grammar. A student has not understood grammar properly. Okay, so here what is the subject? A student. So whatever part is coming before the helping verb or verb, that becomes the subject. Okay, so what is the subject here? A student. Subject. Has is the, what is has here? This is helping verb. Good. And not is the, not is for negative. And this is third form of verb, and this part is object here. Okay, so what is the sentence? A student has not understood grammar. A student has not understood grammar. Okay, just let's take the last example. Students. So same sentence I will transform using the plural subject. Instead of student, I will take students here. Students have not understood grammar. Now see, what is the difference here? First thing, subject is different. Okay, this subject here singular, subject is singular, here subject is plural. So accordingly, we have changed the helping verb. Here helping verb is has. Here it is have. Okay, whenever the subject is singular, you have to use has. Whenever subject is plural, so you have to take have as a helping verb. After that, all things are the same. Okay, you understood up to this what is the structure of negative sentence. Till now, we have discussed the positive sentences and negative sentences. Now, let's head to the interrogative sentences. In the interrogative sentences, first we will discuss the verbal questions. Okay. So, you know that there is another name for verbal question, that is yes no type questions. Okay. So, here I am just writing verbal questions. Verbal. Why verbal questions? Because it starts with the helping verb. So, what helping verbs are there in present perfect tense? So here helping verbs are have and has. So it must start with have or has plus subject plus third form of verb and in the last object. So this is the structure for verbal questions in present perfect tense. So what is the structure? Have or has plus subject plus third form of verb plus object. So verbal question as name is there, or yes no type question, because we can answer these questions with yes or no. So it always start with the helping verb. Initially only I told you that verbal questions means the questions which start with the helping verbs. So what helping verbs we have in present perfect tense? Have and has. So whenever a sentence is starting with these helping verbs, it becomes the verbal question, or you can say yes no type a question. So let's see a few examples. So first example, have you taken your lunch? Have you taken your lunch? So how you will answer this question? First thing, you can give the positive answer if you have completed your lunch. Yes, I have taken my lunch. Yes, I have taken my lunch. If let's say you have not completed your lunch, so how you will answer that? No, I have not completed my lunch. No, I have not completed my lunch. So here first helping verb is there, after that subject is there, and this is the third form of verb, and remaining part is object. So you need to understand this structure. Once you understood the structure, if you know the helping verbs, when you know the what is the subject, what is the object, so everything is sorted. Okay, so just try to understand it properly. Just don't buttify or don't try to memorize all these things. Okay, so you need to understand each and everything. If you are not getting anything, if you are not understanding anything, please try to write the comment. Now let's see the second example. Has she received, has she received my call? Has she received my call? So here you have to put the question mark as this is the question, right? So otherwise it will be the grammatical mistake. So you have to take care of it. Okay. Has she received my call? Has she received my call? So here I have taken has because the subject is singular. Here you is not singular. Okay, that is the plural subject. But here she is a singular subject. Has she received my call? So this is the third form of verb and the last is the object. So what can be the answers? If she has reduced, yes, she has received your call. Yes, she has received your call. And in negative, no, she has not received your call. No, she has not received your call. So like this, you have to practice first question, after that positive answer, after that negative answer. Okay, so you will get idea how to answer different questions. Okay, whenever you are answering these questions, you should give the full answer. You just should not say that if I'm asking has she received call and you are just telling yes or no. So the answer is correct, it is not wrong, but you will not get the practice with that. Okay, so first thing, once you are perfect, later you can give the answer yes or no, but when you are starting you should give the full answer. Okay, just for your practice. Once you become perfect, so later you can say only yes or no. Okay, but in the initial days you must practice with the full answers. So let's head to the next question. Have they fought with you? Have they fought with you? Have they fought with you? So what is the helping verb here? Have is the helping verb because subject is plural. Okay. And after that, third form of verb and a remaining part is object. So here, what is the sentence? Have they fought with you? So what are the possible answers? There are two possible answers, right? First one, it is positive. That is, yes, they have fought with me. Yes, they have fought with me. After the negative, no, they have not fought with me. No, they have not fought with me. So let's take one more example. That is, has has a girl has a girl left the room. Left the room. Has a girl left the room? Has a girl left the room? So wow, what is the answer here? First, a girl is there, right? This is the subject. That is the reason I have taken has as a helping verb. After that, this is the say third form of verb, and the remaining part is object. Okay. So here, what are the possible answers? Yes, a girl has left the room. A negative answer, no, a girl has not left the room. Okay, so with singular subject, with plural subjects, you have to practice. Okay, then only you will get it. So these are the few examples. Okay, so first you need to understand what is the verbal questions. Okay, so whenever a question is starting with the helping verb, so it becomes the verbal question, and these questions can be answered in the two ways: positive way, negative way. Okay, so what is the structure here? Have, has, plus subject plus verb. Now let's discuss the last sentence structure, that is WH questions. WH questions. So what is the WH question structure? First you have to just write in your notebook, and later you have to see the structure here. Okay, now you have to pause the video and you have to write by your own. Okay, it is very simple, right? I have told you the what is the structure it follows. Okay, already I have given some idea to you. So here in the WH questions, first will be the WH word like what, how, where, when. These are the few WH words, right? So at the starting of the sentence, we use this WH words. So here, what will be the structure? First, WH word plus helping verb. So here, what are the helping verbs here? Have or has plus subject plus third form of verb plus object. It is very simple, right? So if you remove WH word, this is the structure of verbal question. Okay, have, has plus subject plus third form of verb plus object. So this is the structure of verbal questions. So when you are adding the WH word at the starting, it becomes WH word. Okay, so let's see a few examples. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? As I already told you, in whenever what is there as WH word, so we don't have the object in the sentence. So here, what is the question? What have you done? So what is the WH word? This is the WH word. And what is this? This is helping verb, because the subject is plural, and even only single person is there. When we are telling you, still it is considered as plural. Okay, so you have to always use have with you. Okay, done means third form of verb. So what have you done? What have you done? So second, uh, how how have how have they read a book? How have they read a book? How have they read a book? So what is the WH word here? How. Have they read a book? Here I have taken a have because the subject is plural, right? Read. So see, you need to understand. This is the third form of verb. So what is the say? First form, second form, all the three forms are same. Read, read, read. So spelling is same, but pronunciation is different here. So see, here I will write. This is the first form, right? This is the second form, and this is the third form. So here spelling of all the forms is same, but when you pronounce first form of verb, you have to pronounce as read. Okay, when you pronounce the second form of read, you have to pronounce as read. Even this you have to pronounce as read. So here, how have they read a book? This is spelling is same, but pronunciation is different. Okay, so up to this you understood. So these things you have to take care of. So let's see third example. Why why has she not come to school? Come to school. Why has she not come to school? Now this is interrogative negative question now. Okay, so sometimes your teacher will ask you if your friend is absent. What she will ask, why has your friend not come to school? Why has your friend not come to school? So this is the structure you should understand. First WH word. What is this WH word? This is the has, because subject is singular. She is singular, right? And that's the reason we have taken has as a helping verb. After that, not for negative, come. So here, first form. What are the three forms of come? First one is come, second is came, and third is come. So this is third. This is not first form. This is the third form of verb. So what is the sentence? And last part is object. Why has she not come to school? Okay. So here, what I'm telling you repeatedly, these forms of the verbs are very important. Actually, if you don't know the different four forms, five forms of the verbs, you can't even frame proper sentence. So for that, I will share you one PDF in the description. Just download that and note it down all the verbs with their four forms. Okay, and just read that once a week. Okay, no need to butify. Just if you read, you can easily remember that. So this is the third sentence. So let's see few two more questions using WH words. So what we are coming, what, how, why. Now, when, when, when has he visited? When has he visited Hyderabad? Hyderabad. When has he visited Hyderabad? So here, what is the WH word? When. Has, because we have used has here because the subject is singular, and visited, this is the third form of verb, and this is the city name, and here it is the object. Okay. So when has he visited Hyderabad? So these are the few examples. So let's take first see the structure. Okay. Here, I think, for example, are enough for you. Now you understood. Now I will tell you about the exercise, what you have to do. Today, I will not write. Today, you have to take 5 examples of positive sentences in present perfect tense. Okay. So as we started with positive sentences, right? Like this, any 5 sentences, you have to take that. Okay. After that, you have to convert all those sentences to the negative sentences. After that, two verbal questions. In the last, you have to use any 5 WH questions, and you have to frame the WH questions using those positive sentences. Okay. So meaning will be changing. I'm not telling that meaning should be the same. Okay. If you are framing negative, so it's fine. Even whenever you are converting it to the verbal questions, to the WH questions, meaning will change. I know that. Okay. So don't try to keep the meaning same of all the sentences. No need of that. Just for practice purpose. And once you have written first, note it down in your notebook. If you get time, please try to write in the comment box, so I will get some idea you are doing this homework. So, and further I will share the PDFs for you. If you are showing the interest for your exercises, I will share the PDFs so that it will be more easy to practice. Okay. So this is all about present perfect tense. So I hope you enjoyed this, and please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you will get updates when I upload videos on this channel. Thank you.